the owner of the Cleveland Browns, Jimmy Haslam, met with the media today. Lots to talk about there, with a new stadium there and conversation about, say, what would you say? But I believe that's D with him as well as his wife. The whole idea that they've got 4 quarterbacks there. And a lot of people thought the reason why they drafted Shedeur Sanders is somebody gave the general manager, Andrew Berry, a little swift kick in the back of his chair. Like, hey, there's a son of Dion that's out there right now that's of great value because we're one of the many teams that created that value by not drafting him before and taking another quarterback and Dylan Gabriel. And so lots, for instance, that's just a for instance. And in fact, he was asked about the drafting of Shedeur Sanders today. Here's the answer.
Yeah, listen, we have good process, okay? And if you'd have told me, let's see, we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening. But we had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. Just like who's going to start or what play we're going to call is Kevin's call. But that's Andrew's call. He made the call.
Okay. My only pushback again is I'm a PR guy, right? I would have chosen the word choice, not call. It's Andrew Belt, so did he. He's the one who he called Shedeur, right? Because you told him to call him. That's an answer people could give. It's his choice. It was his choice. It was his decision, right? These are words, not like it's his call. You know what I mean? Because people called Shedeur. We all know a lot of people called Shedeur.
Yeah, several people who weren't.
You know what I mean? Not to go down that road. Because it makes no sense if the general manager's decision is to draft 2 quarterbacks in the same draft after you drafted one, why you drafted another? Certainly since it's that guy that you didn't want in the 3rd round, he's there in the 5th. At any rate, there's your answer. Yeah, by the way, I'm having a little bit of fun here. I do believe it was Andrew Berry's call, decision, choice. Mm-hmm. Don't you, TJ?
I have no idea.
You have to make a choice here. It's your decision.
Whatever Jimmy Haslam
It's your choice.
says.
It's your call. Do you think that was the case?
No.
I know your answer.
Yeah. Clear as day.
I think it was Andrew Berry's choice. Just because he looked like he needed to blink twice and hold up today's newspaper when he was making it.
Sure.
Honestly, every draft choice in every draft room sparks like a birth of a child. Hey, here's a cigar. You want a cigar? Shake hands. Let's hug. Hey. 7th round. We just drafted Brock Purdy. 6th round. We just drafted Tom Brady. Hug it out. Hey. They drafted Shedeur Sanders. They were like, okay. That's another reason why people are thinking this. But I do believe it was Andrew Berry's choice. I do. Call me naive. Don't. Shut up.
Wait a minute. So what are you saying, Brockman?
Nice.
It was...
Of course he made the call. They had already taken a quarterback in the 3rd round. Why would they take another one?
So you saying it was Haslam?
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, speaking of drafting quarterbacks that Jimmy Haslam certainly can't give a straight answer to for sure. Can you believe somebody brought up Arch Manning to him?
Yes. Yeah, I can believe this.
What's the point?
It's Arch
what's the
season,
point?
Rich. S-Z-N.
All right.
Arch season.
We've seen him play like 3 games.
Is
That's all I need to see.
Is this a Colin Cowherd thing?
He's the one that started the whole, I hear Nick Saban and Arch in Cleveland next year.
Yeah, Arch is going to leave Texas.
Yeah.
And Nick's going to leave ESPN.
But Colin specifically said for Cleveland.
I understand that.
Like they're the spot.
So Arch is going to leave Texas.
Yeah.
And then Nick's going to leave ESPN once...
Arch is in the pro.
Once what? Cleveland's already gotten the 1st overall pick? Let's go through the logic of this when we, after hearing the way Jimmy Haslam responded to being asked about drafting Arch Manning, and they're not even at a July training camp the season prior yet.
Jimmy, the season hasn't even started yet, and the Browns are already being linked to Arch Manning. Just your comment about the buzz,
Great face.
potential buzz as the season goes along.
Well, Tony, you know you're in the business,
That's Tony
and
Grossi, huh?
you get paid by how many hits you get. Okay, and I think if you know the Manning family, I would bet that. And I don't know Arch at all. Okay, I bet he stays in college 2 years. So I don't even think that's worth discussing. So.
Okay. All right.
And another thing, Vonnegut.
Can I, by the way, the look on his face when he was asked about Arch Manning being linked to his franchise, he was kind of like, really? He kind of looked like somebody who keeps hearing about the Epstein list.
Are we still talking about that?
You know what I mean? Like,
Why are we still talking about
guys, the answer should have been, again, Jimmy, I'm here for you, bro. I just called in
RES
one of the
Consulting.
32.
Bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
One of my
technically
32
a boss,
bosses.
yeah.
One of my 33 bosses. Right, bro. Listen, sir.
If you will.
Is it too late?
Sir.
Is the horse out of the barn?
We can edit it.
All right, listen.
later.
No, don't worry about it. We're good. Sir, if I might, here's your answer to that question. You want to ask me that question?
The same way, yeah.
Yes, please do.
Jimmy, what do you think about
By
Arch
the way,
Manning?
I'm Rich.
Sorry. Oh, hey, Rich.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
do you think
sure.
about Arch Manning possibly being available for you guys next year?
We're not going to have the first overall pick in this year's draft. I believe in our roster. I believe in our coaches. I believe in the quarterback room we currently have. If Arch does decide to come out, and I know the Manning family, I don't know Arch very well, but I think he's going to play 2 years at Texas. That said, I know he's that good enough from what I hear that he'd be first overall pick talent, and we're not going to have the first overall pick in next year's draft. Next question.
That's a good answer.
I like that.
That's
That-
well
but
done.
in the way-
That's well done.
I would have handled it, and RES Consulting is here for you, sir.
Yeah, I would have.
But in all honesty, though, here's how this would have to go. Let's just extrapolate it out.
Let's, please.
It would have to go where Arch wins it all.
Oh, Natty, Heisman.
Wins it all
Yeah.
to the point where they're and is
So good. Like
fully
a Joe
developed,
Burrow type season.
So fully developed
Yeah.
that even the Manning family
Can't hold him
would
back.
have to say
You got to
there's
go.
nothing else for him to do at this level. There's no more learning. TJ Jefferson's rookie card is going to get him a boat.
yeah,
right?
buddy. It's a
lot of them
That
for sale.
card right there
High school card, yeah.
is going to get him something bigger next to Del Tufo's boat in the marina.
Yeah, Mike, you're going to lose.
All right, that's how that season's going to have to go, right?
Already got a basketball
It's
player
already
next
happened.
week.
a
Then,
dinghy compared to your boat. Mike.
while that's happening,
Ahoy, boy.
Cleveland has an absolute holy heck of a disastrous
Disaster.
season that their first overall
Could happen.
and Jimmy, great job.
That is
Jimmy
a
Haslam looks like
phenomenal
this.
still.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
Okay.
That's
it.
unbelievable.
And again, every single time, don't you remember the photos associated with all those stories about Myles Garrett demanding a trade and him saying that the owner doesn't want to meet with me, right? And those, I told you, Jimmy Haslam, that was the last time you heard from RES Consulting. Don't make that face. Those are the faces that are going to get put on these,
Yeah, the faces create
these
memes.
stories that get the hits,
how
right?
you get a meme.
Don't give people more hits.
Or we kind of want the hits.
I mean, I like it.
So while all that's happening, Nick Saban's going to have to get this itch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right? He's going to have to get this itch, and he's got to scratch it.
Got to.
And all the wins that he's racking up every Saturday, sitting next to Pat with tens of thousands of kids behind them going nuts
Nuts.
on one of the best studio shows on the air. And he's going to say, you know what? I'm taking Miss Terry to Berea. And
The Driving Miss Daisy sequel, I think. Yeah.
something along the
Miss Terry goes to Berea.
and all of that's got to play out for this to be he's been linked to your organization. That's how it's all got to play out, right?
Yeah.
Because the Mannings, we have seen, do have a plan sometimes to get a member of their family drafted by the organization that they're satisfied him being drafted to.
Yes.
That's a delicate way of putting
Yes.
that.
Yeah. With a dangling participle at the end, which I
seen it.
wish it didn't do. That said, if the Browns finish like 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, they do have a pick in this year's draft that belongs to Jacksonville that they could pair together next year and move up, I guess. But there's others that can beat them to that punch.
Yeah.
First overall. I mean, so much has to go into play. So I don't blame Jimmy for giving that look, except for the fact it could stay that way. See, look at all
That's
that.
what I'm
Look
saying.
at it. The faces of Jimmy all look
Faces of Jimmy.
like he's just been
album.
absolutely hit in the face.
That's the
Oh,
best.
wow, look at
That's
this.
the best.
They got 'em all.
That's a meme. The four faces of Jimmy.
That is
Look
amazing.
at the four
Add that to
faces
the-
of Jimmy. Jimmy's getting upset.
Yeah. That sounds like a Bruce Lee flick. Yeah.
Oh,
Four
boy, baby.
Faces of Jimmy.
Faces of
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
of Jimmy.
By the way, late contender for
Yeah.
fantasy. Late contender. Late contender.
Faces of Jimmy. The four
Got
faces.
good avatars there.
You just made the list.
And that's our coverage of what's going on in Browns camp. Thank you so much.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.